There has been some things that I have been wanting to talk about in regards to this Barcelona team today. We have discussed on why we should be fair to Hansi Flick's Barca if they win less than what we did last season. Like if we win 2 trophies, that is okay, that is fine. If it's only the Copa del Rey and the Spanish Super Cup, that's fine. As long as Barcelona continue to try their best and maximize their athleticism, their mentality, and everything in between, then I'm okay with that. If we end up with only 2 trophies compared to what we did last season where we won 3, let's just continue in this way. And I believe that Hansi Flick is putting us down in the correct road. However, I always like to be self-critical. I always like to be very honest with how I view this Barcelona team, and we need to have this discussion within this video, meaning that I am simply just not happy with the way that Barcelona have been performing in this season overall. I do hope that one day, maybe and hopefully it's in the next game, but one day that Barcelona finally pick it up and give out 110%, because we have not seen that yet this season, and that is a huge problem because with the way that this system is and how Hansi Flick wants to play, if we don't give 100% and we're down by like, let's just say 98, maybe even 95%, this Barcelona team will fail. Like we will not win a single thing. And the reason why I continue to repeat this exact same message is because it is consistent and it is something that I believe is real. With the way that Barcelona performed against Elche was the ultimate example, and this is not the first time that we have seen it, but this is going to be the last straw in my opinion. To see Barcelona lose in possession to Elche, where Elche had 51% of the possession and Barcelona had 49%, is insanity to me. With the way that we had our starting 11 with Frankie, with Casado, with Fermin, Yamal, Rashford, Ferran Torres, Balde, Koundé, Araujo, these players are more than capable to retain more possession than a team like Elche, and Elche retained 51% of the possession. And the reason why Elche had more possession than Barcelona was because Elche actually tried to regain the ball back. They knew that technical wise they were not going to beat Barcelona, but they still went out there and they gave out 110%, and that is why they won more of the possession. That is why they were able to score on the 42nd minute and make it 2-1. So if we gave Elche 51% of the possession, we're talking about Elche here, and I'm not trying to disrespect Elche at all. Like I really do think that Elche is a very well loved and respected club. However, with Barcelona high standards, the fact that they gave Elche 51% of the possession, it just makes me think, what happens when Barcelona face PSG? What happens when this version of Barcelona in this season face a team like PSG, City, or Bayern, or Real Madrid again in a couple of months? What happens? Are those teams going to have more possession than us by more than 51%, maybe 60 or 70% of the possession? Is that what Barcelona is today, really? A team that does not even try to regain the ball back, try to be more superior than the players in front of them? That is my biggest worry, because like I've said, if we continue down this path of mediocrity and we don't try and we don't press and we half-ass everything, every play, every attacking play, every defensive play, if we're not 100% focused, we're not going to win nothing. This is going to be a season where it's just going to be us talking hella smack about these players, how trash they are, and a lot of the other rivals and their fans are just going to be making fun of Barcelona like they have been over the past 6 to 7 years. And they're going to say that whatever Hansi Flick did with Barcelona in the first season was a fluke, that it was just simply a fluke. And I don't think that this team should be considered a fluke. This is a team that should be very well respected, that should start a new dynasty, that should be able to conquer Europe and Spain. And the fact that we might end up in a route where just because these players don't give in 110%, we're going to be called a fluke in the end, that is embarrassing. Hansi Flick can only do so much. I am actually here going to be defending Flick over the players. Flick is giving us the most correct position to succeed. But these players, when I see them on the field, bro, I just don't see them hungry. I don't see them aggressive. I don't see them pressing with maximum intensity. There was a moment in this match against Elche where I saw Ferran Torres, I think that he missed a chance or something, and it was 2-0. Not 3-0, not 4-0, not 5-0 or 6-0, but it was like 2-0. I believe it was Ferran Torres who missed that chance. But immediately after that play, Ferran Torres started laughing, bro. Ferran Torres started laughing with Eric Garcia, and Eric Garcia was also laughing back. And I'm like, what is there to smile about? Why are you guys laughing? What is so funny about being up 2-0? It's not like you guys are trashing Elche 9-0 and you guys have only 3 minutes left. Then I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, laugh, whatever, let's relax, whatever. But the moment I saw that, I'm like, okay, is that where our mentality is at today? When I saw Ferran Torres laugh, I'm like, is that really where it's at? Like, we're just gonna be laughing and smiling and throwing jokes in the middle of the game, knowing that it's 2-0? It shows you that, first of all, these players are not respecting us as viewers who take the time out of the day to watch these players play. And it also shows that they don't respect the team like Elche because they believe that for some reason that they can't come back. And by the way, Elche almost came back. They almost did. They almost made it 2-2 in the second half. And that is because these players are too relaxed. They're not hungry. I don't care, bro, if Ferran, bro, like, if you're going to be the one laughing, I don't care if you're the one that scored the second goal and you made it 2-0. I don't care. That is not enough. I don't understand where this type of attitude comes from. I don't understand why these players get so relaxed. The reason why I target Ferran Torres is because I want us to kind of get the overall understanding on just how I view these players. And you guys can see that visually through the game. Ferran Torres was laughing. And just because you scored a goal, bro, doesn't mean that you got to relax. Go for 3, go for for 4. When Messi, Neymar, and Suarez were together and they were winning 5-0, they were asking, how can we get the 6th goal? How can we score more goals? How can we find more solutions? That is giving the respect to the fans and to the opponents that they do face. It shows that you're taking the game seriously. But these players, for some reason, get so relaxed after being up 2-0. Ferran Torres, why are you laughing? You have won nothing. You have won maybe 2 La Ligas and 1 Copa del Rey and 1 Spanish Cup or something crazy like that. But Ferran, if you want to be within the realm of having that legendary status of Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Suarez, Neymar, whoever was considered a legend at Barcelona, Ferran, you have to do so much more than that. I'm sorry. Like, you guys have not won nothing. And as a matter of fact, I'm not even going to talk about Ferran Torres, Yamal, Ferran, Rashford. We're going to talk about everybody here. Fermin, Gavi, Frankie, Pedri, Alejandro Balde, everybody. Martin, Araujo, Kubarsi. None of you guys have won a single damn thing. Yes, I know that you guys have literally won a couple of trophies, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 trophies. But if you want to compare yourselves to the all-time greats, to the Guardiola team, to the Luis Enrique team, you have to do so much more, bro. I don't care if you won 4 to 5 trophies. Go for 30. 30 and then you're allowed to laugh. Go for 30 trophies, and once you have that, or 35 trophies, then you're allowed to laugh and maybe crack some jokes. But now it's time to get into the real deal and not laugh, not smile, and not be so complacent and be so just not focused after being up 2-0. Go for the 3, go for the 4, go for the freaking 5. An attitude that we had last season. Where did that aggression and that intensity go? Like, where is it? This season right now, that all went out the window for some reason. Please don't tell me that you guys are so satisfied with the fact that you guys have won the domestic treble last season. Please don't say that. Please say that we won the domestic treble, but we want more. We want the domestic treble plus the Champions League. I mean, like, go for that type of mentality, please. Like, am I wrong here, guys? Am I wrong here? The fact that I'm thinking in this way, the fact that I view these players in this way, like, I really do think that Yamal can give a lot more. And the more Fermins, the more Gavis, and the more Rafinhas that we have in this team, the better. You guys know what I mean. We want more Rafinha, more of Gavi, more Fermin, because they go out there and they actually give 110%. They go out there and they bust their ass. They go out there and put their body in front of their head in front of somebody's kick when they're about to hit the ball. They go out there and they give 110%, but the other 99% of these players, they don't. I'm sorry to say this, but like, if Yamal is not going to perform at 100% capacity, then Yamal has to go on the bench. Yamal has not been the same in the past 5 to 6 games. He has not. As a matter of fact, through the whole season. I know that he has a groin injury. I know that he has a pubis injury or something crazy like that, but if it's gonna drop his intensity, his aggression, his ability to finish those 1v1 offensive duels and actually finish those dribbling opportunities, if he's not gonna be there and half-ass everything, then put in Rooney Bardi. Rooney Bardi actually gives me the feeling of having a Rafinha, but on the right side, because Rooney Bardi actually tracks back. Rooney Bardi actually goes out there and brings maximum intensity in his dribbling, never gets tired, always presses, always tries to force mistakes. We don't see that with Yamal. I know that we can get that from Yamal. We saw that last season, but we don't see that this season. So put in Rooney Bardi. I have no problem saying, put me Rooney Bardi in the next game. I don't care if we face, like, who are we facing in the next game? We're facing Club Brugge for the Champions League and then Celta Vigo. 2 matches that are going to be so complicated, my friends, that if Barcelona bring that type of intensity like they did against Elche and bring it to Club Brugge and Celta Vigo, and we all know Celta Vigo bring a lot of chaos and a lot of complications at their home, we're going to be losing these 2 games. I'm sorry, but we are. I don't care if we have the most talented players. I just don't. Like, the most talented players does not guarantee you success. What guarantees you success is consistency, aggression, intensity, and maximum focus. But we will lose those next 2 games. We will drop points. So if Yamal is not going to give 110%, take him out and bring in Rooney Bardi. If Ferran Torres is going to be laughing after just scoring 1 goal and making it 2-0 before the 15th minute, and we had so much more game time, by the way, take off Ferran Torres and put in Lewandowski. Put in somebody else, because I really just don't want to see that. If Alejandro Balde is going to be laughing and not going to try, even though he played well, I know that he played well against Elche, then put in Gerard Martin, because I'm tired of seeing this whole complacency and being so satisfied with what they got when they have nothing. You guys have nothing. You guys have so much more to work for, and you're guys are going to put Hansi Flick's job in jeopardy, and now we're going to have to restart the whole goddamn thing, the whole goddamn sporting project, and make it look like Flick did nothing with this team. I don't want to go trophy this season. I just don't. We have already gone through that between the years of 2020 through 2024. Why go through that again? So like I've said, I am okay with the Barcelona winning only 2 or 1 trophy this season, but at the very least, show me that you actually gave a damn about what happened in this season, and you give a damn about what's going on the field. Bring the aggression, the intensity. Where is that at? If we end up with 1 trophy, that's fine. Who cares? At least you guys tried. But right now, I don't see you guys trying. I just don't. And that goes for all the players. There's no favoritism here. Like how Hansi Flick likes to deal with his players. There's no favoritism. He has no favoritism. No, oh yeah, because you have a bigger name than him, then that means that you should be starting. No, that is why I say, Yamal, if you're not going to give 110%, and if you're going to be so nonchalant about things, then go on the bench and go think about your breakup that happened recently. It's fine. Go worry about your personal things, but right now, on the pitch, we don't got time for that. Put in Rooney Bardi. But that is it, right? That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.